From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Wednesday to you. Let's hop right in. We're going to start this morning in golf. St. Mary's Springs has won the past 8 conference championships, and if Tuesday is any indication, they're poised to get number 9 in a row this season. The Ledgers won yesterday's meet at Camelot in Lamira by nearly 20 strokes, shooting a 158. Junior Isaac Sobel won the event, shooting 38. Tyler Hoffman tied for second with a 39, and Ben Baker tied for fourth, shooting a 40. It was a tight race for second in the team race, just 3 strokes separating second and fourth. Campbell Sports shot 176, Lamira 177, and WLA finished fourth with a 178. On to baseball, where there was plenty of late drama around the conference. Let's start at WLA, where the Vikings played host to conference favorites Lamira, and it looked like it was going to be all Lions early. They led 6-0, headed to the bottom of the 7th. That's when things unraveled and the Vikings scored 6 straight to force extras. In extras, it was Brady Mann who hit a solo shot that got Lamira going. They were then able to scrape across one more run and sneak out of Fond du Lac with an 8-7 win. Over in Rosendale, Campbell Sport and Laconia went back and forth. The Spartans jumped out to an early lead, but the Cougars battled back to take a 1-run lead to the bottom of the 7th. That's when Laconia strung together a few hits. They walked it off with a squeeze. 7-6 the final there. Rounding out baseball scores, Mayville beat North Fondy 7-3, and Omro went to Springs and knocked the Ledgers off 5-3. Springs falls to 0-2 to start conference play. Girls soccer, WLA hosted Oostburg last night, and despite a tremendous performance from sophomore goalkeeper Elena Schultz, the Vikings lost 1-0 to the Dutch. Schultz had 12 saves. WLA coach Pastor David Haig says they knew Schultz had the ability to be a quality varsity goalkeeper going back to last season.
Yeah, well, we saw last year that Elena certainly had the capabilities. She showed some flashes that she could be a good goalie.
Elsewhere, Campbell Sport was all over Clintonville at home. The Cougars beat the Truckers 7-1. A big win for Mayville. They went on the road to Kohler and beat the Blue Bombers 2-1. And finally, Omro fell to St. Mary Catholic 6-1. Finishing up from last night with softball, 2 conference games. Campbell Sport took care of Springs 8-2 to move to 2-0 in conference play. Peyton Hall got the win in that one. She struck out 9 Ledgers. Lamira beat Omro 14-0 in the only other Flyway matchup. The Lions also moved to 2-0. In non-conference play last night, Mayville knocked off Random Lake at home 8-3. Allie Schwartz got her second win in as many days. She struck out 7. Schwartz also had 2 hits. North Fondy went down to Kewaskum. They got beat 13-3. Usually not much to preview on Wednesdays, but the weather looks terrific this afternoon, and a couple of games trying to take advantage of that. They've already been moved to today from Thursday, and maybe keep an eye on potentially 1 or 2 more. Laconia baseball goes to Campbell Sports, see if the Spartans can complete the sweep on the Cougars this afternoon. And Laconia softball will travel to Fond du Lac to take on WLA. That game played at the Youth Baseball Park on 4th Street. That's where we hope to be this afternoon. Coverage on flywayfocus.com. Rounding out the light Wednesday schedule, Springs Track and Field competes in a field of 13 schools today at Lake Country Lutheran. And finally, WLA Athletic Director Brad Bendix announced Tuesday afternoon that the quick coaching search for boys basketball is over. The Vikings are going with Mason DeNoyer as their next head coach. DeNoyer, a Lakeside Lutheran grad, he was a 2-time first-team All-Capital North performer when he was with Lakeside Lutheran. He replaces Marty Nell, who was with the program for 9 years and stepped down this weekend. Again, hoping to be out at the 4th Street Diamonds. See if we can catch some softball between the Spartans and the Vikings this afternoon. You can find coverage of that and more on flywayfocus.com. With your Wednesday Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.